Okay, so in this session, we're going to be looking at understanding the Pinterest users. So this is vital to growing your business. You have to understand how your users think, how they operate, and why we're recommending Pinterest is because of the type of users that are found on Pinterest. All right, so I'm just going to read through the slides that I've prepared for you. So Pinterest users are very different from other social media platforms. Rather, Pinterest is very different from other social media platforms in that it's not used for conversations, status updates. Sorry about that. Status updates and discussions. I'm getting a bit tongue-tied. Okay, users come to Pinterest to discover things. That's very important. That's key, actually. And that's why Pinterest is such a great platform for a business, for a blogging business or an online marketing business. Um, so let me repeat that. Pinterest users come to Pinterest to discover things. Then they share what they have discovered, as well as what they know, and lastly, to find inspiration through what they discover. So they'll discover your product or your image or your story or your content, whatever it is that you're presenting on Pinterest. Then they'll share it with their friends. And then also they come to find inspiration for things that they would like to do. Let's just say if you're in the DIY craft niche. So they'll come if someone is interested in what type of crafts you're doing. Let's just say, for example, it's DIY on how to set up shelves. So if someone is interested in that, they'll come, they'll discover your pin, then they'll go to your story, or it's your video, whatever it is. Then if they like it, they'll apply it, and then they'll also share it. They'll repin it anyway. They'll share it with their friends, family, and whoever else is interested. So in finding you, they've found inspiration to be able to do that themselves, and then they'll share what they've discovered. So it means it will be an ongoing thing. So you continue getting traction provided your content is good. So the great thing about Pinterest users is that they are actively looking for content, images, and products that they have an interest in. So when you find content that your users are interested in, you create similar content to the niche that you're in. It shouldn't be outside of what you're interested in. It should be within what you're interested in, but they'll tell you exactly the type of interests they have within that niche, and then you'll be able to develop from there. So let's just say, for example, you bake cakes. So you'll be able to know whether they like kids cakes or adult cakes or wedding cakes or stuff like that. And then you can focus on that. Let's say if it's cartoon cakes, where you develop or rather you bake a cake that looks like Fred Flintstone or another cartoon character. Let's say The Lion King. They even did a movie recently about it, so that should be trending right now. So like if you developed or baked, I don't know why I keep using the word developed. If you baked a cake that looks like Mufasa or Simba, and that's what's trending, then your audience would have told you the type of things they would have been interested in, and then you'll be able to create what they're interested in. Or maybe you'll be able to create like a digital recipe that they can download and then go try themselves. It's limitless what you can do. Yeah, so also nearly 3/4 of Pinterest users find their content, which they then repin and share and so on. So this is what we discussed previously, where they discover your content, they like it, and then they'll share it, which is great for you as a marketer or content creator because it's ongoing publicity for what you're producing. As a creator, if your pins, boards, and content are compelling, then your leads will basically generate themselves. So what we mean by leads, for those that don't know, is like emails and subscribers and people who generally will end up buying your products. So those are the leads that we technically talk about. So the customers and users that come and find your content and find it compelling, those are leads. Okay, so Pinterest developed an algorithm, which is basically a system for those that find the word algorithm too technical. So a system called Pinterest Smart Feed. So as opposed to other social media platform, uh, Pinterest uses its Smart Feed to favor high quality content instead of what's most recent. So this is awesome for bloggers and creators in generating organic traffic, and in that you have to concentrate on the quality of your content and not necessarily how recently you plotted it. Even that's important, but not as important. Okay, so over 90% of Pinterest users have plans to purchase something. So mostly the people that are on Pinterest are buyers, are people who come, look for something and intend on buying something. And then about 85% of those visitors have purchased something because of Pinterest, which is awesome. So imagine out of 100%, out of that 300 million people that are on Pinterest, 85% of those would have purchased something and will come back to purchase something else. So from a business standpoint, knowing your audience is key to your success. And then on average, 50% of users on Pinterest earn over 50K a year. So you've got a good basket of people with income who are using Pinterest, and about 10% earn over 100K per year. So people can afford to buy things. The people that are on Pinterest can actually afford to buy things when they come. And besides, they come mainly to find things that they can buy, meaning you have a lot of potential buyers. So all these facts are great for a creator because they allow you to focus on the more important thing, which is developing and delivering great content. With other social media platforms, engagement on comments is an essential part of traffic. It's an essential part of the traffic process, whereas Pinterest, you need great pins and great content. So instead of focusing on boosting more and more followers, with Pinterest, you don't have to really focus on that. Your focus should be on delivering great images for your pins and great content that comes with those pins so people can be more engaged. Okay, so for this lesson, that's it. Just look into the power of Pinterest, especially from the user perspective. I'm sure now you've got quite an understanding on how powerful Pinterest is. Okay, so we'll see you in the next lesson. Thank you. Bye.